Hey, I often get asked, what is the best study Bible out there? The short answer is the one that you'll read and use and study and that has truth that will help encourage you learn the truth of Scripture. But we know what we mean when we say that. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say the Bible that has the most information in it by far is the Dake's Annotated Study Bible. Now, Dake, a lot of his information is absolutely 100% dead on, and it's going to have stuff in it like the number of prophecies in Matthew, the number of fulfilled prophecies, number of unfulfilled prophecies. It's going to go through the whole Bible like that. And so the Dake's is just going to have by far the most information. Now, some of the complaints about the Dake's Study Bible, besides some of its obvious errors that it has in it as well, some of the information is untrustworthy, but that's probably universal amongst almost all study Bibles, is its print size. The print size in the Dake is very small. And once you get it up to where it's a readable size print, not just the text, but the notes itself, even though they've been reformatting it some recently, it's a big Bible to get. And when it says larger print, it's not very large print, the large print. So the Dake's is going to have the most in it. The Thompson Chain Study Bible, for pure scriptural study Bible, what does the Bible say about anger? What does the Bible say about this subject, blessedness, other subjects out there? Thousands of different subjects. If you just want pure scriptural study, the Thompson Chain Reference Bible is for you. The 5th edition is going to have archaeology in it. It's going to have all kinds of stuff. Now, some of the complaints about the Thompson Chain is, again, the print size. That's a good carrying Bible, but by the time, if you get one that's got good size print, you're carrying an encyclopedia around. Bigger than an encyclopedia. It's massive. I think I did a video on the wide margin or the large print or something. It was huge. And but it's going to have, it's going to take you through the life of Jesus, life of Moses, life of Paul, life of Abraham, just all kind of stuff. And it is for pure scriptural study. I don't think you can beat the Thompson Chain Reference Bible. Of course, the one from Word of Flame Press with the 32-page doctrinal insert, that's all the better. I mean, that is just tremendous. And so for pure scriptural study, it's that. Now, as far as a study Bible that is going to kind of combine the two things. Oh, one other thing about the Thompson is it does have big, wide margins, because the chain references are in the margin. They don't have a ton of them. So it's good for writing in the margins and that kind of thing. Is probably the Life Application Bible. Probably combining information and things. Now, it's in a unique single column format. It is not a dual column format. But some of the things about the Life Applications, tremendous introductions, great chronologies in their introductions. It'll have biographical sketches of all the major people as you're reading through the Bible. It has maps. Every time you change in the Bible, the map will change. The map will show you where you're at. And so that is extremely helpful. Now, some of the disadvantages of the Life Application Bible is, guess what? Print size. It's not large print. When you get a large print, you got a big Bible. Not as big as the Thompson, but you've got a big Bible out there. But it is just chock full of very good information. Just fantastic information. Now, another study Bible that a lot of people like, and I think a lot of it is because it's so handy, the carrying size is so good, is the New Open Bible. A lot of people still like the old Open Bible as well. I think, as a matter of fact, Nelson, last I checked, had the Open Bible Expanded Edition, which is the New Open Bible, was out of print, and they were printing the 1970s edition Open Bible. So why would people like the Open Bible so much? Well, a couple features. It has about 300 plus pages of a topical index at the front, which is extremely helpful. Because have you ever thought about, man, where's that scripture? And I can't remember the exact words in there. For concordance, you need exact words. And it does have a great concordance at the back. But it has subjects. And the subjects are just nearly exhaustive. Abortion, Jesus Christ, whatever the case is. It's going to have fantastic things in that 300-page index. And then the openings of the, like Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, it's going to be second to none. It's just absolutely wonderful. The book introductions, it shows how Jesus is presented. Where did the name come from? They're concise and succinct, but yet at the same time voluminous, because it's just giving you tons of information in there. Now, it doesn't have necessarily, has very few like commentary references. One thing it does to help have a little better print size, though, is it has end verse references instead of like center column references or side column references. It also has archaeology in the back and a whole plethora of different things in the back. So any of those are going to be able to get you, so to speak, to help understand Scripture, because the goal of any study Bible is not for eisegesis, not to read into the Bible, but to lift up the meaning God intended for us to get. Almost all of them are going to have different quirks, different theologies. One thing people really like about the Thompson chain, even though he was amillennial, if I remember correctly, Frank Thompson was, that it really doesn't come out in his Bible. Somebody's told me they did find one chain reference that they felt, one scripture, kind of showed his hand, but that's tenuous and problematic there. I did have a friend of mine back in the day. He worked for the Navy. Now he's a great pastor. He's in his 70s. He actually was commissioned by Frank Thompson to go through every chain reference and make sure every chain reference was correct. And so he's brilliant. He's a math guy, worked at the Naval Observatory or something. And so he did that for Thompson. Now, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some of the newer study Bibles that are coming out with just tons of stuff in there, like the Cultural Background Study Bible. Whoa, that is amazing. The drawback of that is it does not come in the King James Version of the Bible. Those of you that know me know I really am a big King James guy. So it doesn't come in the King James. So I would look at something like that more as a reference Bible. The same way with the Chronological Life Application, even though the Chronological Life Application does come in King James. That's fantastic. It's just tough to find the scripture. It does have a place where you can look in the back and see what page the scripture is on, but since it's chronological, it's just tough to find it. But it is loaded with great stuff in there. So, in my opinion, those are the best study Bibles out there. Some of those that don't come in King James that people really like, the Apologetic Study Bible, the ESV Study Bible, there's another one I was thinking of. Anyhow, I can't remember it right now. They're good study Bibles, but again, I would look at those more, especially that ESV, man, it's huge. I would look at that more as a Bible that you would just keep on your shelf, look up certain things, and it would be very difficult to take with you. So the Thompson chain reference, Life Application, the Dake, the Open Bible, all of those come in King James Version. They're all going to be excellent Bibles. Now, some of you might be saying, why didn't you say the Schofield? I like the Schofield. Just to me, it doesn't have quite enough in there. It's missing some stuff. So that's just me. And there are, in my opinion, Bibles with more things in there than the Schofield Bible. So God bless you. Just let Jesus speak to you out of His Word.